Posh to perfection, loves her team. I mean, it's all about them. And I really think that she's a role model for everybody here. Her first product she tried was BFF and she fell in love. Like most of you here, you tried a product and it led to a different journey. So I just want you to be on your feet. Please give a huge welcome to Katie Robinson.
Change. Who is excited about Hyperwallet? It is incredible. I have had the privilege to be on the program for about a week, and the biggest thing about it is that you control how much money you make that day. Your commissions are in your bank account within minutes, so everyone should be super excited for that. But today I'm here to share with you guys my Posh journey. So as I started preparing for this presentation, Eddie asked me, I'm like, my Posh journey. I just started and that's it. And I started digging through all of these pictures and these memories and these experiences. And it really took me back quite a ways. And I realized that what I thought was the beginning was not actually the beginning. And Allison said that in our workshop a few days ago, and it really resonated with me because that's exactly what I had found when I was looking back at my Posh journey. So think of that today as you dig deep to soak everything in and really think about why you are here. So what you think was the beginning was probably not really the beginning. The fundamentals of this business are easy, right? Book, sell, recruit. Wake up every single day, book a party, sell a product, recruit a person. You're going to have a hugely successful business. But what the hard part is finding the motivation to do that, right? You wake up and you tell yourself something that's not true. No one wants to join my team. I can't sell anything. None of my friends want to host parties. You have to find the motivation within yourself to do that every single day. So I'm going to share with you guys today what has kept me going for 4.5 years. 4.5 years ago I started with Posh, but like I said, the beginning was not actually the beginning. Okay, so I have always been a go-getter. I was the kind of person that was probably annoying. I was not just going to be in leadership, I was going to be the class president. I wasn't just going to be an employee, I was going to be the lead trainer. And then life changed really quickly. I went straight from high school into college with the goal of being a speech therapist. I had my future mapped out. I was going to get my master's. My friend and I were going to move to New York. We were going to have this great, fun adventure in getting our master's degrees. So I was in college, and I reconnected with who is now my husband. He was in the military, and he was getting ready to deploy. Where are my military spouses? He was getting ready to deploy, and what do you do if someone's getting ready to deploy and you're 20 years old? You get married, right? I mean, that's so normal. So we told our parents, we're getting married, and things really began to change then. If he's deploying, we're moving. I had to change schools. My new school did not have the program for speech therapy. That's fine. I'm going to change it. We're doing everything we want to do. He deployed. Everything was great. He came home, and I had sweet little Addison. You guys will see the picture up there of Addison and the twins on the far right, far left to you guys. She's obviously in the flower one. Well, when sweet little Addison was 4 months old, Matt was in Afghanistan. He had been there for 2 weeks, and I found out I was pregnant with twins. So I was definitely not going to be getting my master's. Probably wasn't even going to be able to have a job, because who can send 3 babies to daycare, right? And so everything just became very different than I had envisioned it. And I wasn't unhappy. It was just a change. It wasn't anything that I was used to. I didn't really have, my goal was to keep people alive. It wasn't to earn an achievement, get a promotion, or be the best. I had to keep them alive. And when Matt came home, the twins were born, everything was great. We're living in survival mode. People ask me today, how did you do it? I don't know. Do not know. And so then he's home, everything's great, and he gets put in a position in the Marine Corps that is probably the most demanding position you can have. And it's kind of weird, people are always surprised to hear this, but it's being a recruiter. And so we moved, and it was actually a blessing because we moved closer to family. But it was also hard because he was working 16 hours a day, 6 or 7 days a week. So we would usually go, we didn't go out often because that required packing all of this up by myself, taking my triple stroller out, pushing him around. It's just not worth it. And so one day he was working at a safety fair, and I decided to take them out so we could see him mostly. And I saw this pink Posh booth in the corner. And I remember I kind of like pushed my stroller up, I got closer, and I was like, it's one of those companies. They're gonna want my phone number. I do not have friends who can host. I can't host a, I don't talk to people, okay? This is a weird season of life because you're living in a fear of being judged. I feel like, how do you feed your baby? Is that the right way to feed your baby? Are you disciplining them right? Are you gonna make them a good human? Like everything you do, it's a season of judgment. And so I really didn't talk to a lot of people. And I remember this when I saw the Posh booth thinking like, I definitely cannot talk to them. First of all, they're weird. And then, at that time, I had almost lost my ability to have like a conversation. I remember one night, some of the spouses from my husband's office said, come with us, come to dinner. Okay, well if Matt gets home before 9, I guess I can go, although that's 2 hours past my bedtime. And I went, and I was like nervous, which is not me. Why am I nervous? And I like said the weirdest thing. They were like all talking and back and forth, and I was like, have you guys seen the new episode of Bubble Guppies? What is wrong? Who am I? I came home, I eventually made my way a little bit into the conversation, oddly. But I came home and I told my husband, I asked them about Bubble Guppies. I need help. That's so bad, that's so embarrassing. But anyways, so I was just living in the survival mode. I saw the Posh booth, I loved it, I thought it was beautiful, and I backed away. I didn't go home and think about it. It didn't cross my mind again. So this picture to the very right for you guys. It's a random picture. My kids are sitting in their pajamas, they're on the stairs, and they have their little stuffed animals. And I took this picture randomly one morning. And the reason that it stands out for me is because this is the day it changed for me. And I took this picture, and later that day my doctor called and said, you have early stage melanoma skin cancer and you need to have surgery now. And I didn't say, oh my God, my life changed today. I was a disaster, crying, scared. I have to keep these people alive. They look up to me every single day for everything, and now melanoma is serious. It's very serious. And so looking back now, this is the day it changed for me because I realized, why am I living in survival mode? Why am I doing this to myself? Everything's gonna be fine. Maybe they'll wear pajamas out to the store. Maybe I'll feed them mac and cheese a few more times a week. Why am I struggling to be what I think everyone else thinks I should be as a mom? Why? I could still be doing stuff for myself. I don't have to stop everything and drop it all just to make sure that I'm making them what I think other people think they should be. So, about 6 months later, I saw a post in my Facebook feed, And it was someone that I knew through the military community, and she posted, look at what I just joined, these products are fabulous, yada yada. Click on the link, and immediately I remembered, that's what I saw. That was that pretty pink boot that I was drawn to. So I sent her a message and I'm like, okay, look, if I don't sell anything, are they gonna come chase me and want the products back? Do I have to pay them anything extra? She's like, no, it's totally fine. Do whatever you want. So I ordered the kit probably that same day. I think maybe I thought about it for a day. And this is one of the first pictures that I ever posted on social media. This wasn't my exact kit, but it was pretty close to it. And you guys can see it has a lot of our old favorites. But what came to my mind when I saw the kit and I talked to her was just say yes. Why do you spend so much time thinking about things that are really, $99. It's not that big of a deal, right? It's not about the kit, it's not about the money, it's about something else. And so, got my kit. There was a friend at my house who's new on my team, her name is Lindsay. And I opened it up and I was like smelling everything and I was so excited. Then I looked over at her, she was smiling, she was smelling stuff. She's like, where's the catalog? And I'm like, I don't know, which one's the catalog here? She's like, can I place an order? I think so. I have to ask the lady who I joined under how you would do that, but I think I can help you. So immediately that gave me a good feeling. She wanted something that I had. And so I went home to my parents' house later that week, and I brought it to my mom and my sisters. And I'm gonna be honest, they were both like, we're not doing it. We're not. You're so annoying. We don't want your stuff, and now you're gonna be that person. And I was like, you guys, look, it's not that expensive. It's fine, just look. And they all placed an order. I think they felt bad for me, but they loved it, and they still place orders today, so I think I did them some good. So, I hit my goals. All of a sudden, I hit a goal that was for me. I hit my 30-day props, I hit my 60-day props, I hit my 90-day props. And I felt so good. Getting the little pin in the mail that was for me was like the highlight of my week. And so the weeks and months went on, and I got an email from Brian Burdick. And I remember it was right when we were moving again. And he said, hey, I just wanted to reach out to you. My name is Brian, and I work at home office, and we have noticed that you are doing amazing things in your business. And I remember I took the email and I showed my husband, which by the way, when I started, we would be like, my business. Like, it's kind of a joke. But I was like, they want me to come to their leader meeting. They think I'm a leader. And it just felt so good. And so I went to the leader meeting, and I think Ann and I equally hate this picture, so I'm sorry, Ann. But it is a representation of the first time that I was with Posh people and realized that there is so much opportunity. The people there, I remember I met Michelle there, and I met Shalene there, and I thought, they are so cool. They love what they do, and they're so excited. They were like talking about all these things they do at parties, which by the way, I was still not doing parties. I was better at talking, but I was not gonna go that far. And I met Ann, and I met some more of the Posh team, and I was just like, this feels so good. I feel like I'm doing something for me. So the rest is history. I mean, I can tell you guys about the trips and all of that, but that doesn't matter. It's how it made me feel. It's how it makes me feel now. It's the opportunities that I have. It's what I've shown my kids. And it's all because I said yes. I said yes of taking control of something that is for me. It's not for anyone else, although my kids benefit. How much better of a mom am I now that I take care of myself? I was like a robot living in survival mode. Do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, this, bedtime. Now I can enjoy the time with them. I mean, they're older, so it's easier. But I don't know how it would have been, but God's timing is always perfect. Saying yes was yes for my family. The things that we've been able to do, the opportunities that we have had are huge. And they're only going to be more and more in the future. Saying yes to meeting friends that I consider family. Like Eddie said, my team is the most important thing to me. I love them. I want them to succeed in anything they want to do. Saying yes to financial freedom. This was one of the first things I did with my Posh money. We got season passes to Disneyland, and this picture just melts my heart because they're little faces. And that was a big thing. Living on one income as a military family, we would have never been able to do that. Saying yes to sticking with it and persevering when it is hard. That is such a valuable lesson to teach my kids and for myself. It's not all beautiful. I have days where I cry, I miss bowls, I don't earn all the trips, but I keep going. And I just love this picture of me and Christina because we had like a little meltdown at UnCon and we were just like, this is so hard. Take a selfie. And saying yes to believing in you can do whatever you want to do. You really can. If you would have asked me 5 years ago, if I would have been to any of these places, I'd be like, not a chance. We're probably going to SeaWorld. So, today I challenge all of you to dig deep. What you thought is the beginning was probably not the beginning. And I know a lot of you in this room, if I said, what is your why? My why is the kit. My why is I can make some extra money. My why is I love the face wash. That's not it. You can make some extra money anywhere. You can get a face wash at Target. Your why is probably something that's before the beginning that you think is the beginning. And I only realized that recently. When I really started going back and thinking, what changed? Why did I even do it? It wasn't because of the kid. It was because it was something for me. And it showed me that I was worth it. So I challenge you, take some time, get serious, think back, write it down, and discover what it is. Get deliberate, get inspired, and get going. Thank you guys.